I am dropping some introductory basic gematria decodes today for my upcoming banger of a documentary. Magic vs. Bird, Jachin vs. Boaz, Lakers vs. Celtics. This is all intro stuff. The documentary actually drops this Tuesday, November 30th. So make sure you watch this full video today. We have a lot to go over, and I can't wait to get into it. What's up, everybody? Art Turner, D.A.T.A Productions Media. Dreams are tangible aspirations where we scheme our dreams into existence. Like I said, I have a banger for you today. It's going to be a quick one, but it's going to be a very important one, especially if you are a Patreon supporter, where I'm dropping probably one of my better documentaries I've ever done, just because of the creativity of it. It's all Francis Bacon and Franc Baconis Gematria. No base ciphers, no nothing else. Because if you saw my previous video, I talked about the William Shakespeare and Francis Bacon conspiracy, that they were possibly the same person. There's information both ways, but regardless, the ciphers still play an important role in storylines, entertainment, and especially within the sports world. So if you're not signed up to my Patreon, please do so, because this one's going to be a double banger. But I gotta still give free information for my YouTube channel, so you can do more research yourself. If you followed me in the past, and what we talk about in my Discord, if you're not in my Discord, make sure you join. It's free, and the link is in the description. We have a great time, and we talk about everything. Gematria, stocks, and we would love to have you. It's growing. We're getting stronger, but and a lot of other things we talk about, some of the most powerful magic in the world, per Aleister Crowley, he said, is when you reenact a story of a deity or deities. That's where you get the most magic and power to use. And so how did Larry Bird and Magic Johnson save the NBA? Because the NBA was struggling. They were having a hard time. They couldn't put people in the seats. The product wasn't great. In what you'll see, I don't want to get too much into it, but it's all about themes. CBS needed a theme from the NBA. And so these two came up because it's the age-old tale. Black, white, just polarity. Like I said, Jachin, Boaz. So it's all polarity, opposites, pillars. So that's a story. That's a deity story. And so when they came up in 1979 in Salt Lake City for the NCAA championship, the NBA knew they had something, and the Gematria tells the tape. So off the bat, Larry Bird, he was number 33 for Indiana State and the Boston Celtics. Where are the Boston Celtics? They're in Massachusetts, right? Where it's really close. Yale, a lot of secret societies, Masonry. Then you have Magic Johnson. He was 33 at Michigan State. He was also 33 in high school as well, and he was 32 for the Lakers. So we go over here, Magic Bird, 33 in the septenary cipher. We understand the importance of the septenary cipher. It's a divine cipher. It's another like scripture cipher that you can encode. The Bible is encoded with, because it's up to 7. Then we have stories, obviously 33, 6 cubed, like 666, 33, Massachusetts, 33, all in the reduction cipher. Important. We have Bird, Magic, equaling 33 English ordinal, but also 24 reduction and 30 reverse reduction. We have Showcase, equaling 33 in the sound vibrational cipher. Important, but it's also 33 in septenary. Plane, because they are plane. It could be even like theater, 33 reverse reduction, 33 Jewish reduction. Hollywood, 33 reverse reduction. Pillars, 33 reduction, and we have that 330 in English extended. So that's important to note. Pay attention, this is a key decode. Club 322, right? Skull and Bones, yeah, we've talked about that. 322, Club 322 equals 333 in the English ordinal cipher. That's big time, right? Big time. As we keep going, Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson equaled elites using black magic to captivate audience. 333 Jewish reduction. This is a beautiful decode right here. I love this decode, and it's in the Fibonacci. We talked about how Irvin Magic Johnson is black magic in Hollywood. You know, he has his Jachin side. And then we have Larry Great Horned Owl Bird. We're going to get into even more how the owl represents secret society, secrecies, going back to Skull and Bones, being up in Boston. So this decode in the Fibonacci right here is beautiful. Irvin Magic Johnson and Larry Great Horned Owl Bird equaling 3003 in the Fibonacci cipher, which reduces down to 33 because 0 is just the value placeholder. It does not get any better than that. Larry Joe Bird, his full name, 137 in English ordinal. Magical scripts in the NBA and the Magic vs. Bird storyline both equal 137 in the reverse reduction cipher, with writing the reality in sports equaling 137 in the reduction cipher. Writing the reality equals 223. That's the reverse, the mirror of 322. That plays a role. But we have writing the reality in sports equaling 322 reverse ordinal. And we have Hollywood Magic in Elite Society manifested into Lakers v. Celtics 322. You see, these connections are undeniable. Goes back to Club 322 because who runs the matrix? Who runs the script? Right? They all have different jobs, right? They all have different jobs. We have black and white equaling 113 English ordinal, 6 and 9, which equals 113 in English ordinal as well. 6 and 9 is important because that's yin and yang, right? You see how those yin and yang symbols, that's 6 and 9, and we're going to get into their height in a little bit. But we know 113 is really important to the NBA. Controlling the theatrics, magical scripture in the NBA, the Showtime Los Angeles Lakers, the National Basketball Association, they all equal 113 in the reduction cipher. Magical scripture in the NBA, the Showtime Los Angeles Lakers, 148 in reverse reduction. You know, so that's obviously a connection there because the Lakers, Hollywood, magical scripture, NBA, you can't tell the story of the National Basketball Association without talking about the Lakers, the most storied franchise, you know, and I just wanted to put in the 202 for National Basketball Association, 22 Jesuits. So we also have sports entertainment and a black and white story, both equaling 113 in the reverse reduction cipher. Moving forward, so now we're bringing in some 222s. Sports became religiously scripted in LA versus BOS Boston rivalry. Irvin Magic Johnson and Larry Joe Bird, sports theater. Boston Celtics represented Club 322. NBA script is written with Francis Bacon and Franc Baconis, all equaling 222 in the reduction cipher. Wow. Look at this, y'all. And so we also have Irvin Magic Johnson and Larry Joe Bird Sports Theater, and Boston Celtics represented Club 322, equaling 705 in reverse ordinal. So there is another matching connection there. Polarity manifests, 222 English ordinal. Magic vs. Bird, a courtship of rivals. That's the HBO title for their documentary they did back in the day. 2,202 English extended. Show society your magic to control them. 2022 in the Fibonacci cipher, but not only that, 33 letters. Wow. And I love seeing connections in the Fibonacci cipher because it's like a growth cipher. I use it rarely, but when I see something in it, it just really hits me, in my opinion. Look, other people have different perspectives. Moving further, Bible script equaling 74 reverse reduction. Magic in reality, visual arts and sports, capital and lowercase, because the Franc Baconis and the Francis Bacon ciphers, they are case sensitive, so they hold importance. If you use a capital letter, that holds an importance. If you use a lowercase letter, that holds an importance, right? This all plays a role. Sports scripting, 202 in English ordinal, 183 reverse ordinal. And in the flip, we have Bubos Virginianus, which is the great horned owl, who is Larry Bird. So look that up. Bubo, Bubo, Virginanus. That's the great horned owl. That's Larry Bird. Okay, that's the scientific name for the great horned owl. We have twins, Jesuits, basketball, all equaling 22 in the reduction cipher. We have plain, Salt Lake, big plays equaling 22 in the Chaldean cipher, because Salt Lake, that's where it all started for Magic and Larry. And so now let's get into some of their heights in weights, which goes right back into the encoding of Jachin and Boaz and polarity, right? So Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were both 6 feet 9 inches, 6 and 9. So remember, the yin and yang symbol is a 6 and 9. As You Like It, William Shakespeare's play. Remember, this is sports scripting. As You Like It, 69 reverse reduction. Good Writing, polar opposite, Gematria script, Tales of Black and White, all equaling 69 in the reduction cipher. Entertain the Public, 202 English ordinal, 69 in the Chaldean cipher. Bubo Virginianus, Larry Bird, 69 in the Chaldean cipher, 137 in single reduction, and 1,130 in satanic. Magical Theatrical Sport, 69 Chaldean. We have Irvin, 69 English ordinal, 33 reduction, 555 English extended. Now get into the day where they first met competing against each other. Was that national championship game was March 26, 1979 in Salt Lake City, Utah, right? And so the 55 date numerology is important. And if you have my Patreon, I'm just throwing it out there, 55 is a huge number, because if you go back to my William Shakespeare presentation, you understand, 55 is important. The writers equals 55. So that's when the writers came into play for the NBA. You had to start the story before, they got to the NBA. You had something to grasp off of. And so that was very important. Oh, and I want to bring up, it's just a little sneak peek to what's to come for December's documentary, which is going to be a banger on who the writers are. I don't want to, bring too much into it right now, but it's going to make a lot of sense, and it goes off with Salt Lake as well. So just a little bit. November 11th, 2021. So this year, 11/11. Indiana played Utah, which is funny because, Larry Bird, a scripted career, was from Indiana. And, his ascension to stardom started in Utah. 111 into 10, but numerology-wise, that's 4 ones. 111, 11/11, 111, Salt Lake City, Utah. They tell you in the Matrix, right? 1,111 in Francis Baconis. Now that's not a cipher, but I just added the two cipher names together And look, I just got this 79 in the reduction. This all started in 1979, the 1979 NCAA tournament championship game, Magic versus Larry, Michigan State, Indiana State. So I thought that wasn't a coincidence. As you see in the Chaldean cipher, it's 55, 55 date numerology. You see, that's important. You think this quote unquote coincidence would be done, but it's not. You see, 1111 in Francis Baconis also equals 280 in reverse ordinal. Why is 280 important? Well, March 26, 1979, the date where Magic and Larry met in the NCAA tournament, left 280 days in the year. And then I've talked about the Franz Bacon cipher in 1111 and its importance in Scripture. Sports became religiously scripted in the 70s. Well, 1979 is technically the 70s. The cipher that decodes professional sports scripts. Sir Francis Bacon secretly edited the King James Bible version Bible, 1111 Franc Baconis. So you see the connection there. That's undeniable. And then let's talk a little bit about Jachin and Boaz. Before we get into the Jachin and Boaz decodes, I just want to let you guys know I do have my Patreon. I have different tiers. I do a lot of different things. You can get my Gematria Masterclass, and you can just support in general. $3.33 a month, but you do get some value in there. My old documentaries that I've sold to distribution companies, so there's still value even at $3. I have my $5 tier for my Gematria stocks, newsletters, and notes. I have thousands of Gematria connections in there with over 5 investments, cryptos, stocks, and we're killing it. We're making money. And obviously, we have my monthly sports documentaries, $5 a month, which we've been talking about. If you want to support me holistically, I have my Dream Schemers Ultimate Woke Pack. That's $8.63 a month. That's the $1.37 discount, the 33rd Prime. And we're really working. I already have 5 full documentaries on my Patreon supporters tier. And this is about to be 6. We'll have 7 at the end of the year. So I'm grinding for you guys. These are all classics. But I just want to let you guys know. And obviously we're talking about it in my introductory video for the Gematria decodes. So going back, this is the quote from Kings 7:21. This is about Jachin and Boaz, the pillars. Then he set up the pillars by the vestibule of the temple. He set up the pillar on the right, he called him Jachin. He set up the pillar on the left, and called its name Boaz. King James Version. That's 709 in reduction, right? 1979, that's when they came together. Alchemical wedding, because, it's masculine and feminine coming together, mixing up to create a magical energy. Alchemical wedding, 79 reduction, 133 English ordinal, 133 Jewish ordinal. Very important. Magic vs. Larry was biblically written to sell more NBA tickets, 220 in reduction. We have Boaz and Jachin, 108 English ordinal. Well, remember, look, 108 date numerology when they started, and also 100 date numerology when they ended in their last meeting in February 15th, 1991. So that day, Larry Bird had 11 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. Very similar to 1,111. Those 4 ones, right? And as you see, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists equals 303 English ordinal, 33. And also, 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists equals 322 in English ordinal. You see that. Union, masculine and feminine, Magic v. Bird, 333 English ordinal. Union of opposites, Magic vs. Bird, 137 in reduction. Magic vs. Larry story was biblically written to save the National Basketball Association, 1,130. Just chop that 0 off because it's the value placeholder. 113, which goes back to the National Basketball Association. And a lot of top NBA athletes in history have 113 engraved, etched in their name. Guys, that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to get this out quickly for those who do have my Patreon. This gives you even more to make sure that you have for your vision. I'm really excited to drop it. The trailer drops on Tuesday as well. I'm about to put that on as a premiere. And I'm just so excited, and I'm happy to be doing this, and I'm happy to help people uplift their consciousness and raise their vibrations all the way around. But with that being said, Art Turner, D.A.T.A Productions Media, dreams are tangible aspirations where we scheme our dreams into existence. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video.